Good afternoon. Welcome to Webb County Court at Law 2. I'm Victor Villarreal, judge of your Webb County Court at Law 2. This is the self-represented litigant docket for Wednesday, April 1st, 2026. The time is now 2:10. Court is now in session. Assisting us today are Cecia Rodriguez, court administrator and interpreter. Ms. Cynthia Flores is the family law court coordinator. Video conference co-hosts this afternoon include Mr. Cordova, Ms. Noriega, Ms. Ramos, Ms. Cuellar, Mr. Hernandez, Ms. Rivera, and Ms. Rodriguez. These proceedings are being electronically recorded. Everyone is instructed not to record any portion of these proceedings. Only a court reporter may provide the official record. As with all proceedings, violation of these instructions are subject to contempt hearings. Nobody's joining us online, so I will not give them any admonishments. All right, so we'll call the first case ready. Ms. Flores.
First person is counsel for Trevino, page 4, number 11.
Araceli Rebecca Garcia versus Eduardo Garcia, cause number 2026 FLA 66C3. Mr. Trevino, what party do you represent?
I represent Ms. Ramos, Armijira Ramos.
Sorry, this is case 11. Armejina Ramos versus Noe Ramos, cause number 2026 FLA 127C3. Welcome to court, Mr. Trevino. What party do you represent?
Ms. Armijira Ramos, the petitioner, Your Honor.
Court marks you present in person. Armejina Ramos, Noe Ramos. If you're present, please step forward. Ms. Ramos, step to the left of your lawyer in front of the microphone and tell the court, are you Armejina Ramos?
Yes.
Court is heard, yes. Welcome to court, Ms. Ramos. The court marks you present in person. Your lawyer is on your right. Are you Noe Ramos?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to court, Mr. Ramos. The court marks you present in person. Mr. Ramos, do you have a lawyer?
No, Your Honor.
Will you be going forward without a lawyer, or are you asking time to hire a lawyer?
No, without a lawyer.
The court marks you self-represented. Ms. Flores, does the court have Mr. Ramos' email address?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramos, what is your email address?
RNOEL3532@gmail.com.
Be on the lookout for your emails. If the court needs to send you any notice, any orders, or any information, it'll go to that email address. Likewise, if Mr. Trevino needs to send you any information or request for information, it'll go to that email address. Mr. Trevino?
Your Honor, I've just recently, actually the day before yesterday, I was hired. We filed notice of appearance today. I don't know if it's been accepted or not. We're requesting ample time to more than likely amend the pleadings and have some time to investigate and get an inventory from Mr. Ramos. And so that I think we can come to an agreement. Though I'm not anticipating any big hurdles, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramos, Mr. Trevino, on behalf of Ms. Ramos, is requesting additional time to prepare for the case and also to receive information from you and to give you some information. Do you have any objection to the request for additional time?
No, that is fine.
Right. This is the first setting and first appearance by counsel. For those reasons, the request is well taken and granted. Ms. Flores, give us a trial on the merit setting on a regular docket, please.
How much time, Your Honor?
Give us 45.
May 19 at 2 p.m.
Any objections to this, Mr. Trevino?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections to this setting, Mr. Ramos?
No, that's fine.
Now, between now and May 19th, you don't have to, but you can communicate with Mr. Trevino. Now, you need to understand that if and when you talk to Mr. Trevino, he is not your lawyer. He cannot, and he will not provide you any legal advice or information. But what he can do is tell you the things that his client, Ms. Ramos, is requesting. And together you can reach an agreement on everything, some things, or no things. Do you understand all of this?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for the court, Ms. Ramos? What is her no? Do you have any questions for the court, Mr. Ramos?
No, everything's fine.
Anything else?
Your Honor, when Ms. Ramos, Mrs. Ramos she filed a petition, but she did not attach the Webb County standing orders. And I would like to just convey those orders and see if the court will just take judicial notice that both parties have received the orders and request that they abide by the orders. Your Honor.
I'm sure. So, Ms. Ramos and Mr. Ramos, the Webb County judges, the judges of Webb County have standard orders, standing orders that apply to every single case and every single family law case that's filed in the county. It applies to everybody, but that means it applies to each of you equally. So just read those and don't do anything that would violate those orders. Any questions on this, Ms. Ramos? Any questions on this, Mr. Ramos?
No.
All right, I wish you both well. Good luck. Any other cases for Mr. Trevino?
No, that is all.
Great to see you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, page 5, number 12.
Mario Antonio Garcia versus Maria Limon Garcia, cause number 2026 FLB 72C3. Mario Antonio Garcia, Maria Limon Garcia. If you're present, please step forward. Speak into the microphone and tell the court, are you Mario Antonio Garcia?
Yes, sir. I'm Mario Antonio Garcia.
Welcome to court, Mr. Garcia. The court marks you present in person. Maria Limon Garcia, are you present? Court finds Ms. Garcia is not present. Let me ask the clerk's office whether service is on file.
Service was unexecuted, Judge, and they were unable to locate.
All right, so Mr. Garcia, I'm gonna have to reschedule your case so that you can put into court records service for Maria Limon Garcia. All right, so you need to do certain things to make sure that she gets the papers, or you find some other way to serve her if she can't be found, either by publication or some other method. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Do you have any questions on any of this?
O sea, dijo que ella no se quería presentar a corte.
She had told me that she was not gonna show up for court.
She doesn't have to show up. She doesn't have to do anything if she doesn't want. But in order for this court or any court to make any decisions in any case, there has to be something in the record that says on this date, this other person that's being sued got notice, got the papers, the divorce papers in this case. So if I were to do, any court were to do anything before that happens, they couldn't do everything. And I just want to do this once. I want to do it right. I want to do it well. So give us a setting in 45 to 60 days for that service to happen.
June 3rd at 2 p.m.
She's a truck driver. She works out of town.
Right, but so the requirement is for every person, no matter what occupation they're in. So either someone has to attempt to serve her anywhere where she can be located, whether it's in Laredo or some other city, some other town, some other state. She needs to be served. And if she can't be found, then you can make the request to the court that she be served some other way, whether by publication or something else. If you have any questions, there are lawyers on the first floor of the library that could maybe provide you guidance. There's also a legal kiosk at the South Laredo Library that has good information that could help you. Do you have any questions for the court, Mr. Garcia? All right. Ms. Flores?
If you can please provide us with an email address.
Mr. Garcia, what is your email address?
I don't have one.
Normally, we send notices to an email address. Do we have a mailing address for Mr. Garcia on file?
So 307 West Sycamore Street.
307 West Sycamore Street.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Well, we'll have to send you notices the long way, but we can do that. All right. Mr. Garcia, I look forward to hearing your case on June the 3rd. Make sure that proof of service is part of the file.
Yeah.
All right. I wish you all the best, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
Same page, case 13.
Casey Moreno versus Jesse Serna, cause number 2026 FLB 119C3. Casey Moreno, Jesse Serna, if you're present, please step forward. Everybody get in front of a microphone and to the court. Are you Casey Moreno?
Yes, Your Honor.
Welcome to court, Ms. Moreno. The court marks you present in person. Are you Jesse Serna?
Yes, Your Honor.
Welcome to court, Mr. Serna. Court marks you present in person. This is a divorce with no children.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Moreno, are you ready to go forward?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Serna, are you ready to go forward?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Let me have you both raise your right hands. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Both have answered yes. You may lower your hands. I'm going to begin by asking you some questions, Ms. Moreno, because you're the person that filed this divorce. Is your true and correct name Casey Moreno?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Moreno, you filed this divorce on January 23rd, 2026. On that date, had you lived in Texas for 6 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had you lived in Webb County for 90 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you currently married?
Yes, Your Honor.
To whom?
To Jesse Serna.
What was the date of your marriage?
February 18th, 2025.
When did you stop living together as husband and wife?
Around November in 2025.
Now, has your marriage to Mr. Serna become insupportable? Let me ask it this way. Is there any possibility that you get back together?
No, Your Honor.
Were there any children born in the marriage?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any community property that the court needs to divide?
No, Your Honor.
Are you asking for a name change?
No.
Is your true and correct name Jesse Serna?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Serna, you heard the testimony of Ms. Moreno. Is there anything that she told the court that you disagree with?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything that you would like to tell the court?
No, 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 Your Honor.
Ms. Moreno, is there anything else you would like to say?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Moreno, Mr. Serna, in your case, cause number 2026 FLB 119C3. The court at this time finds that it has jurisdiction over your case, meaning this is the proper court form and venue to consider your divorce. The court finds that you entered into marriage on the 18th day of February of last year, 2025, but you stopped living together as husband and wife in November of 2025. The court finds that there are no children that were born, expected, or were adopted during the marriage, and the court finds that there's no community property to divide. Ms. Moreno and Mr. Serna, the court at this time finds that there is no reasonable expectation of reconciliation, and the court hereby renders and pronounces you divorced. Give me a few minutes to review your decree. Ms. Moreno, Mr. Serna, the court has finalized your divorce decree. It is final. I wish you both very well. Good luck.
Page 4, number 9.
Julia Margarita Villanueva versus Marco Antonio Dueñas III, cause number 2026 FLA 10C3. Ms. Villanueva, Mr. Dueñas, if you're present, please step forward. Are you Julia Margarita Villanueva? Welcome to court. Ms.
Inaudible.
One more time. Are you Julia Margarita Villanueva?
Yes, Your Honor.
Welcome to court, Ms. Villanueva. The court marks you present in person. Marco Antonio Dueñas, are you present? Court finds that Mr. Dueñas is not present, but the court also takes judicial notice that he was served with this case on January 19th, 2026. Ms. Villanueva, this is a divorce
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
and there are children in the marriage?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many?
1.
Are you ready to go forward?
Yes.
All right, let me ask you to raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you will give in this cause will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may lower your hand. Is your true and correct name Julia Margarita Villanueva?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Villanueva, you filed this divorce on January the 5th, 2026. On that date, had you lived in Texas for 6 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had you lived in Webb County for 90 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you currently married?
Yes, Your Honor.
To whom?
Marco Antonio Dueñas III.
What was the date of your marriage?
September 16, 2024. 2023, I'm sorry.
And when did you stop living together as husband and wife?
November 29th, 2023.
Has your marriage to Mr. Dueñas become insupportable? Is there any reasonable possibility that you get back together?
No, Your Honor.
Were there any children born in the marriage?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many?
1,
Age?
1, 2,
2 years
2
old?
years, 4 months.
2 years. And their gender?
Female.
All right. Now, there's a child support order that happened last May. Sorry. 2 Mays ago. So May 17, 2024. Are you asking for any changes to that child support order?
No, Your Honor.
Are you asking for everything to stay the same?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe that everything's staying the same regarding visitation and child support and all these things regarding your daughter are in her best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any community property that the court needs to divide?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Are you asking for a name change?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you would like to tell the court?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Villanueva, in your case, cause number 2026 FLA 10C3, the court at this time finds that it has jurisdiction over your case, meaning this is the proper court forum and venue to consider your divorce. The court finds that you entered into marriage with Marco Antonio Dueñas on the 16th day of September 2023, but you stopped living together as husband and wife on the 29th day of November 2023. The court finds that your marriage, unfortunately, has become insupportable due to a discord or a conflict of personalities that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship. The court finds that there was one child, a daughter, born in the marriage. No other children were born, adopted, or are expected. The court finds that there is a child support review order, and the court finds that no changes should be made and that that would be in your daughter's best interest. The court finds that there is no community property to divide. And at this time, Ms. Villanueva, the court finds that there is no reasonable expectation of reconciliation, and the court hereby renders and pronounces you divorced. Give me a few minutes to review your decree. Ms. Villanueva, the court has reviewed your decree, made some entries. I have signed it. Your divorce is final. I wish you well.
Thank you.
Page 5, number 14.
Cruz Ricardo Briceño. This is in the matter of Cruz Ricardo Briceño, cause number 2026 FLK 111C3. Good afternoon. Are you Cruz Ricardo Briceño?
Yes, Your Honor.
Welcome to court. The court marks you present in person. Mr. Briceño, I'm going to ask that you raise your right hand. I should have asked. Are you ready to go forward?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth, so help you God?
I swear.
You may lower your hand. I just want court staff to confirm if that is loud enough.
If you can go a little bit closer.
Yeah, go a little bit closer and speak really loud. Let's do that one more time. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth, so help you God?
I swear.
All right, you may lower your hand. Is your true and correct name Cruz Ricardo Briceño?
Yes.
Mr. Briceño, you filed this case on January 23rd, 2026. What is it that you're requesting of the court?
To change my last name,
To what name?
Campos.
And why is that? Why are you making that request?
Because my father was never present and my mother was the one who took care of me. And I want recently I got married and I want my wife to have that last name and I want my kids to have my mother's maiden name.
I just want to confirm that Campos is your mother's maiden name.
That is correct.
Now, this request to change your name, I know you put some things under oath. I just need to confirm. Have you ever been convicted of a felony?
No,
Are you required to register for any criminal offense?
no,
Are you asking to change your name to avoid any type of debt or civil liability?
no.
And I guess having heard your request, I think it's a good reason, but by making this request, you understand that now, if the court grants the request, there would be a different process to first change your wife's name. And how many children do you have?
None.
Oh,
okay,
so
then,
this
yeah.
would be for planning for the future.
That is correct, yes.
You're getting ahead of the game. Understood. All right. I find that this is all good and right reasons. How long have you been married?
We got married July last year.
Now, there's always a process for women who choose to take on the names of their husbands, but just know that her process would be in the future going forward.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Briceño, in your case, cause number 2026 FLK 111C3, the court at this time finds that it has jurisdiction. The court finds that you have met all of the requirements necessary for the court to grant the request. The court hereby changes your name to Cruz Ricardo Campos. Congratulations, Mr. Campos. I'm just going to change. I'm going to sign your order. I am tendering the original signed copy to the clerk's office, and you can pick it up as early as tomorrow. All right. Good
Thank
luck
you.
to you. I wish you well.
Thank you.
Gloria Vasquez de Leon versus Victor Manuel de Leon Ibarra, cause number 2025 FLA 1722C3. Are you Gloria Vasquez de Leon?
Yeah.
Welcome to court, Ms. de Leon. The court marks you present in person. Victor Manuel de Leon Ibarra, are you present?
He's not here.
Court finds that Mr. Ibarra is not present, and the court takes judicial notice that he was served with. He wasn't served. He filed a waiver December 16th, 2025. Ms. De Leon, are you ready to go forward?
Yes.
I'm going to ask that you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may lower your hand. Ms. De Leon, is your true and correct name Gloria Vasquez de Leon?
Sí.
Yes,
Ms. De Leon, you filed this divorce on December 11th, 2025. On that date, had you lived in Texas for 6 months?
yes,
Had you lived in Webb County for 90 days?
yes,
Are you currently married?
yes.
To whom?
Victor.
Victor de Leon,
What was the date of your marriage?
June 26, 2004.
When did you stop living together as husband and wife?
4 years ago.
In 2022?
Yes,
Is there any reasonable expectation of reconciliation?
no,
Were there any children born in the marriage?
yes, one,
Age
15 years old.
and gender?
It's a girl.
Do you have an agreement with Mr. Ibarra for or on child support and visitation?
Yes,
What is that agreement?
he doesn't live in Texas, so he gives me and I go, he sees her on weekends.
He gives you what?
He gives me child support. Do I have to tell you the amount?
Yes.
He gives me 2,500 pesos per week.
And how often does he see your daughter?
Every weekend.
Does he pick her up or do you take her to see him?
No, he picks her up.
Do you think that this arrangement is in the best interest of your daughter?
Yes,
All right. And are you asking that the court order that continue?
yes,
Let me ask you this, the payment of child support, is it in cash or through an app, a wire transfer or check or some other method?
cash.
I'm going to order momentarily that the payment of child support in that amount be paid. The problem though is how can he pay you some other verifiable way that isn't in cash?
Or maybe a transfer.
All right. So I'm going to take judicial notice of the current. Somebody help me out with the word, the conversion rate, what's the word?
Exchange.
The exchange rate. Thank you. Based on the current rate for April the 1st, 2026, your testimony here is that he gives you 2,500 pesos per week, which is the equivalent of $140 per week. Does that sound right?
Yes,
All right, so I'm going to order that he pay you $140 per week through electronic transfer. Any objection?
no, that's fine.
All right. Besides your daughter, were any children adopted?
No,
Are any expected?
no,
And this daughter, she lives with you, right?
yes, with me.
Do you believe that that is in her best interest?
Yes,
Now, regarding anything else to tell the court about your daughter?
no, nothing.
Now, tell the court about community property. Is there any community property that the court needs to divide?
No,
Are you asking for a name change?
yes,
To what name?
Gloria Villarreal Vasquez.
Gloria Villarreal Vasquez. All right, Ms. De Leon, is there anything else that you would like the court to know or to do?
No,
Ms. De Leon, in your case, cause number 2025 FLA 1722C3, the court at this time finds that it has jurisdiction over your case, meaning this is the proper court form and venue to consider your divorce. The court finds that you entered into marriage with Victor Manuel De Leon Ibarra on the 26th day of June 2024. But unfortunately, you stopped living together as husband and wife in 2022. The court finds that your marriage to Mr. Ibarra has become insupportable because of a discord or conflict of personalities that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship. The court finds that there was one child born in the marriage, a daughter. No other children were born, adopted, or are expected. The court finds that you have an agreement regarding your daughter in the payment of child support for $140 per week and weekly visits. The court hereby adopts and approves your agreement and finds that it is, in fact, in your daughter's best interest, and that payment should be made electronically to keep an accurate record of what is paid. The court finds that there is no community property to divide. The court at this time changes your name to Gloria Villarreal Vasquez. And at this time, Ms. Villarreal Vasquez, the court finds that there is no reasonable expectation of reconciliation, and the court hereby renders and pronounces you divorced. Give me a minute to review your decree. One change, I am going to order that payments be made through the Attorney General's office, the Child Support Disbursement Unit. Ms. Villarreal Vasquez, I have reviewed your decree. I have signed it. It is final. I'm tendering the original to the clerk's office. And I'm going to ask the coordinator to hand you a document that you can fill out and take to the clerk's office on the second floor of this building whenever you're ready, so that that paperwork on child support can be processed. Do you have any questions for the court?
No.
I wish you, your daughter, and your former husband well. Good luck.
Thank you.
In the matter of Jorge Casiano Jr., cause number 2025 SME 45L2, Maria Elena Casiano, if you're present, please step forward. Are you Maria Elena Casiano?
Yes, Your Honor.
Welcome to court. The court marks you present in person. So in this case, Ms. Casiano, you're asking the court approve a small estate affidavit.
Yes, sir.
I would put you under oath and ask you some questions, but in the court's review, there's some things that need to be modified or amended in the small estate affidavit. For example, the amended small estate affidavit says that Mr. Jorge Casiano Jr. has a surviving parent.
My mother. Yes.
Right. I think that should be listed. 1, 2. There is a sibling that did not sign this and didn't waive their interest.
We did an amendment already.
That's the one that I was looking at, and I
Yeah.
didn't see it. The amendment has everyone's but the amendment doesn't tell me the name of it. How many siblings does Jorge Casiano Jr. have?
4.
Right. So on page 7, there's only one of 4 that's listed. I don't know who the others are.
Well, the amendment that that's when we took off the amendment, we took off the other sibling.
Did they waive their interest?
Mhm.
How? When? Where?
Oh, well, it's one of my sisters that doesn't talk to us. It's been 13 to 14 years.
Well, but and that's okay. And there's I'm not judging anybody for that, but
Mhm.
but the document is incorrect because the document says that all of the heirs, the only heir is one person. It's not one person, it's four siblings. So they all need to be listed, or they need to waive their interest. One of the two, and it doesn't matter which one. And remind the court, Ms. Noriega, what was the issue with the parent, the surviving parent?
My mom is ill.
Sorry, I'm asking our court coordinator.
sorry.
The parent is listed as surviving parent, Your Honor. But in question was whether the parent was going to, file the application instead of the sibling. Either way, I believe it's on page 5 that siblings are listed, but they're not, waiving or they're not signing as distributees.
Right, I understand the siblings because I've just addressed it with Ms. Casiano, but what, if anything, should Ms. Casiano do about the correction of the parent?
Signing the waiver as well.
Ah, hello. So there's all these other errors. They need to be listed and they need to sign waivers in order for the court to approve. Without that approval, it would be incorrect, it would not be legal, it would not be lawful. And any one of them can come back and completely undo the whole thing. So let me give you some time to make those corrections because I don't want anyone to get into trouble and I certainly don't want to do anything outside of what the law says should happen. Ms. Flores and or Noriega, give us another setting on this matter.
The other setting would be June 3rd, Your Honor, at 2 p.m.
All right, hopefully that's a sufficient time to refile the document with everybody's name, waivers, and that way we can do it once and not have to worry about it anymore. Do you have any questions for the court, Ms. Casiano?
No, Your Honor.
I wish you all the best. We'll see you in June.
Here you go, ma'am. The next case is page 4, number 10.
Araceli Rebecca Garcia versus Eduardo Garcia, cause number 2026 FLA 66C3. Speaking to the microphone and to the court, are you Araceli Rebecca Garcia?
Yes.
Welcome to court, Ms. Garcia. The court marks you present in person. Eduardo Garcia, are you present? Court finds respondent Garcia not present, and the court takes judicial notice that he was served. But he filed a waiver on February 6, 2026. Ms. Garcia, are you ready to go forward?
Yes.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, you are.
You may lower your hand. Now that you're under oath, is your true and correct name Araceli Rebecca Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Garcia, you filed for this divorce on January 14, 2026. On that date, had you lived in Texas for 6 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had you lived in Webb County for 90 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you currently married?
Yes, Your Honor.
To whom?
Eduardo Garcia,
What was the date of your marriage?
February 16, 2019.
When did you stop living together as husband and wife?
Around 2020, he took a job out of town. So around December, I want to say 2020.
Is there any reasonable expectation that you get back together?
No, Your Honor.
Were there any children born in the marriage?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many?
2,
Their ages?
5 and 2.
Their genders?
5-year-old boy, 2-year-old girl.
Do you have an agreement with Mr. Garcia about child support and visitation?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
So he we both agreed to 800, and he is here on the weekends. So we need an arrangement that he be seeing them on the weekend.
When you say $800, do you mean $800 per month?
Per month.
Now, do you believe that this agreement that you have with him about, and I'm assuming that the children live with you?
Yes, they do, Your Honor.
And I'm assuming, I don't want to assume, let me ask you, do you believe that this agreement is in your son and daughter's best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were there any other children that were adopted during the marriage?
No, Your Honor.
Were any expected?
No.
Is there any community property that the court needs to divide?
No, Your Honor.
Are you asking for a name change?
Yes, Your Honor.
To what name?
Araceli Rebecca Luna.
Is there anything else you would like to tell the court, Ms. Garcia?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Garcia, in your case, cause number 2026 FLA 66C3, the court at this time finds that it has jurisdiction over your case, meaning this is the proper court form and venue to consider your divorce. The court finds that you entered into marriage with Eduardo Garcia on the 16th day of February 2019, but you stopped living together as husband and wife on or about December of 2020. The court finds that your marriage has unfortunately become insupportable due to a discord or a conflict of personalities that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship. The court finds that there were 2 children born in the marriage. No other children were born, adopted, or expected. The court finds that you have an agreement regarding the children in the payment for the payment of child support in the amount of $800 per month and visitation to happen on the weekends. The court finds that no other children were born, adopted, or expected. The court hereby appoints you both as joint managing conservators, and you have, which means both of you have the same rights, duties, responsibilities, and obligations over your children, except that you will have the exclusive right to determine the residence. The court adopts your agreement in full and finds that doing so is, in fact, in your children's best interest. The court finds that there is no community property to divide. At this time, the court changes your name to Araceli Rebecca Luna. And at this time, Ms. Luna, the court finds that there is no reasonable expectation of reconciliation, and the court hereby renders and pronounces you divorced. Give me a minute while I review your decree. Verification, Ms. Luna. So the agreement right now is that he pay $800 per month for the 2 children. Once your 5-year-old either graduates from high school or turns 18, whichever happens later, what would be the agreement, or what is the agreement for child support for 1 child?
He just said he would always be 800.
Are your children covered by health insurance?
They have Medicaid.
Is it your agreement with Mr. Garcia that he keep the house on La Terraza?
Yes, I already been living in my own apartment.
Do you believe that awarding him that property is a just and right division?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Do you believe that's good, right, and just?
Yes.
Ms. Luna, the court has reviewed your decree. I have signed it. I am tendering the original signed copy to the clerk's office. Your divorce is final. Good luck to you.
Page 7, number 18.
This is in the guardianship of JGEERT Jr. and ARA, cause number 2020 PB 641L2. Lori Moreno, are you present? Are you Lori Moreno?
Yes, Your Honor.
Welcome to court, Ms. Moreno. The court marks you present in person. Is there any other person present on this case?
My mom is here with me.
What is your mother's name?
Maria Lamar Montalvo.
Right. Ms. Rodriguez, Ms. Liza Rodriguez, tell the court where this case is at.
Your Honor, so this case was pending the annual accountings from 2023 to 2024 and 2024 to 2025. I provided Ms. Moreno fillable annual accountings for her to fill out, complete, and bring them in today. She brought in her own annual accounting, the one I provided to you, for your review. She is going to explain as to the annual accounting that she filed.
So this account covers 2 time periods. I guess, Ms. Moreno, what tell me whatever you would like to say.
Yes, I do apologize that I did not understand how to complete the one that was emailed to me, so I did the best I could in putting a report together. My sister did pass away in July of 2024. I'm sorry. So I do not know what her expenses were or how she spent money while she was alive. She was in the hospital for months. The children are not with me and my mom.
They are not?
They are.
They are.
They're with me and my mom. I received in November of 2024 the back pay of Social Security, so that's why I didn't know how to fill out the form. But in the report that I have there, and I put together the finances for her. So she received my niece received Social Security from her dad, who was also deceased. But my 2 nephews do not receive anything. My sister did not qualify for Social Security. I went to the office and checked.
Say the last thing you said again.
My nephews do not have anything in their name. I went to the Social Security office for my sister and she did not qualify because she did not have enough quarters.
Well, you received and you reviewed this, Ms. Rodriguez. What is your thoughts, questions, concerns, or opinions, if you have any?
So the last annual report filed, by Ms. Arevalo back on October of twenty. Uh, the last re-
Inaudible for Ms. Rodriguez.
the last annual report filed on October 2022 to October 2023. She filed an annual report, Your Honor, per child. I reviewed it and one report for AR Arevalo, she was receiving survivor benefits back on 2023 for $900. ER Trevino was not receiving none. And JG Esquivel, 17-year-old, was receiving child support for $491. That was back on 2023, Your Honor. Like I mentioned to you, we don't have the report from 2023 to 2024. But the annual accounting that she filed on October 2022 to 2023 showed a bank account, a Falcon bank account that had an amount of $19,826.44. This case is only for the estate, Your Honor. I'm not sure where that amount went. I know she mentioned to me earlier that AR Arevalo is still receiving survivor benefits, but not the other two minors. Correct.
And remind the court, Ms. Rodriguez, Ms. Moreno is the duly appointed successor guardian.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Ms. Moreno is the duly appointed successor guardian.
Well, not precisely, Your Honor. We haven't appointed her officially by the court. Ms. Arevalo was the guardian for the minors, Your Honor.
So there is no guardian right now.
That is correct, Your Honor. She took over once Ms. Arevalo passed away.
Ms. Moreno, will you be requesting that the court appoint you the guardian over these children?
Yes.
So let's get that process underway. You need to take a class with the Judicial Branch Certification Commission. You need to do a background check, criminal background check, and all these things. So just on my initial review, so I'm seeing this thing for the first time, and my initial thoughts, and I wanted to see if they mirrored what our probate court investigator would think. But so when I heard you say that one minor was receiving Social Security benefits, I immediately thought the best thing to do there is to file I wouldn't say three separate, but I would say individual reports for each child. That way the court can know this child is receiving this child has this other child situation is different, versus if you put it all together, it's impossible to know who has what, right? So I'm going to give you some time to do that, but I also highly suggest that you look for a lawyer and talk to a lawyer so that some legal person, some person with a law license can advise you on all of this, point you in the right direction so that your nephews and niece are well taken care of.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, and just for the record, prior to Ms. Moreno stepping in, Ms. Arevalo would file the annual report and the annual accounting per child. That's how I know, Your Honor, what each individual minor was receiving back on 2023, because she filed an annual report. We did not need the annual report, but she still
Sure.
filed at that time.
Well, I mean, it's good information to have. It's not required. It's the accounting. Ms. Moreno, have you seen Ms. Montalvo's last filed reports for the last year or the last 2 years?
I have not seen her filed reports. I did find documents from Falcon Bank.
Yeah.
And I did go to Falcon Bank and I showed the will of being in charge of her estate, and they told me that the accounts had been closed.
By whom?
I don't know if she had closed it. I can go back and try to get something from the.
But the accounts belong to who? To her estate or to these minors?
To the minors, because she
Right.
had 3 folders.
So the thing is, they may not, I don't know if any of that is true, because they shouldn't release any information to you because they're not Ms. Montalvo's account. In other words, once you become, if it happens, and I hope it does, but once you become the guardian, then you take your guardianship letters and say, this is what gives me the right. Now you have to disclose Falcon Bank, you have to disclose all of the statements, who closed, what, when, where, and how, and why. You can tell them, this gives me the legal right to do that because the court's asking me for that information.
Okay.
But her estate has nothing to do with the guardianship.
Okay.
Let me give you 60 days to do all these things, to look for a lawyer, amend all these things. And what I suggest is either go to the clerk's office and ask for the last year or two for each of those 3 reports, or you're looking for between 3 and 6 reports, so that you have a template, so you can know more or less, this is what happened, and this is where it left off, and this is where I need to continue. And you can mirror those. I'm not going to say copy and paste, but almost copy and paste. You can almost see what exactly the information I needed to review to approve those.
Okay, thank you.
Give us a setting in 2 months, please.
Your Honor, that'll be June 3rd at 2 p.m. Also, for the record, the court did appoint back on February 11th, 2025, Attorney David Eduardo Garcia, but I believe the court was working on that order. So
Okay.
just for the record, Your Honor.
So court
We
will,
will staff it.
yes.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Moreno, well, thank you for taking care of your family members, your nephews and niece. Do you have any questions for the court?
But just one question, is there any guidance where maybe I can legally adopt my niece? I don't know if that's possible since both of her parents are deceased.
That could be possible, yeah. So you need to consult a lawyer that can handle both guardianship cases and family law cases. I mean, without knowing the specifics, I mean, I guess generally it is possible, but you need to talk to someone to talk about all the specifics in your case, who you are, what the relationship is, the family and realistic, the factual relationship and background, and then that person can take the facts, apply them to the law, and give you a recommendation.
Okay,
All
Thank
right.
you.
I'll see you on June the 3rd. Thank you.
Your Honor, and I will provide her the information for the JBCC certification and the online criminal background, so she can start working on that.
The other thing that I can also suggest, all of these things are good, but if you want to get a head start, you can also visit the legal kiosk at the South Laredo Library. It's a free legal kiosk to all persons. You can go, and there's also some good free resources if you want to get situated and pointed in the right direction.
Thank you so much.
All
I
right.
appreciate that.
We wish you well.
Thank you.
You too.
Next case, you're on page 9, number 23.
Bernardo Gonzalez Juarez versus Maria Luisa Guzman, cause number 2026 FLC 342C3. Bernardo Gonzalez, Maria Luisa Guzman, if you're present, please step forward. Are you Bernardo Gonzalez Juarez?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to court, Mr. Juarez. The court marks you present in person. Maria Luisa Guzman, are you present? Finds Ms. Guzman not present. Let me ask the clerk's office, is there a service in this case?
Your Honor, this was an add-on and this was just given to me here in court.
Mr. Juarez, would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
You may lower your hand. Is your true and correct name Bernardo Gonzalez Juarez?
Bernardo Gonzalez Juarez.
Court marks you present in person. You filed this lawsuit that affects the parent-child relationship on March the 6th, 2026. Service hasn't been perfected or effectuated on Maria Luisa Guzman. Before any case goes forward, there has to be a record that the lawsuit was filed on the other person. In your case, that wasn't done, but you filed an affidavit for citation by publication. Tell the court what efforts, if any, you have made to locate Maria Luisa Guzman.
Bueno, pues yo acudí a la casa de su abuela que vive aquí en Laredo.
I went to her grandmother's house who lives here in Laredo,
Y su abuela afirmó que no conoce de su paradero.
and her grandmother stated that she doesn't know where she's at.
Sin en cambio, una persona que es exnovia de uno de los primos de ella
Person that is the ex-boyfriend of one of her cousins
mencionó que ella estaba aquí en Laredo y que tuviera yo cuidado porque ella quería traer a mi
and told me that she had said for me to be careful because she wanted to retrieve one of my kids.
She wanted to do what?
sustraer.
Take one of the children.
Take shopping? Take what? I don't understand.
Oh, se lo quería llevar del país.
She wanted to take him from the country.
And I guess help me understand. And you should be careful by doing what? What was the advice?
A ver, para poner el contexto, ella fue arrestada el año pasado.
To put it into context, she was arrested last year.
Se me dio una orden de protección,
I was given a protection order
precisamente aquí,
precisely here
por 2 años.
for 2 years.
That protective order, if the court signed off on it, would have had to have been served on Ms. Guzman at a certain address. Did you attempt to serve this lawsuit on Ms. Guzman at that address?
La orden de protección.
The protection order?
This lawsuit.
Yo no.
Not me.
Well,
Yo personalmente, o sea, yo hablé con su abuela.
Not me personally. I spoke to her grandmother.
So in order for the court to grant you any request that you make, you need to make sure that the record of the court shows that she has received a copy of the lawsuit. And the way to do that is either the Webb County Sheriff's Office or a private process server gets those documents, serves them on her, and then they file a return into the record so that whatever happens in court, nobody can complain that they didn't know, they were not served, they didn't have an opportunity to respond. If none of that happens, then they can come back and completely undo everything that we've done. And I wouldn't want that to happen.
Lo comprendo.
I understand.
So do you think that address where she was served with the protective order on that you could try to serve her there?
Me parece que para presentarse cuando se me dio la orden de protección, ella todavía estaba arrestada.
I believe when she was given the protective order, she was still arrested.
I see. Where was the last place of residence that you know that she lived in?
Conmigo.
With me.
And before that?
Con su abuela.
with her grandmother.
And before that, if any place?
Ciudad de México. In Mexico City.
Who are the persons that you have talked to, if anyone else, besides her grandmother and her cousin's ex-boyfriend? Have you made any other efforts to locate Ms. Guzman?
No, únicamente la persona con la que hablé fue su abuela. No, just the person I spoke to was her grandmother. De hecho, no sé si, para poner en contexto, cuando la arrestaron, después la deportaron. Entonces yo le pregunté a la abuela de ella. To put it into context, after she was arrested, she was deported. So I asked the grandmother about her. Su respuesta fue, no sé nada de ella. And her response was, I do not know anything about her. Y después es cuando me comentan que yo tenga cuidado porque ella está aquí. So, pienso que están tratando de protegerla porque, por lo que yo tengo entendido. And then later on, I found out with the people that spoke to me that she was already here, that there was someone that told me to be careful. Lo que tengo entendido es que ella todavía no cumple una sentencia. So, pienso que están protegiendo para que ella no la arresten. I think she's still pending to be sentenced. So I think they're protecting her so she doesn't get rearrested.
I'm going to do a couple of things. Ms. Guzman has an open criminal case in this court. For the record, it is cause number 2026 CRB 000097L2. She was supposed to appear in court on Tuesday, or excuse me, on Monday, and she did not. So now she has an active warrant for her arrest. So at least in that situation, she didn't appear in court. So let me do a few things. I'm going to ask that you refile your affidavit for citation by publication. Now, I can't prejudge it because I don't know exactly what you're going to file, but there's certain categories that you can list in here, like the person contacted, her grandmother, any addresses that you may have tried to look for her, any employers, websites. Just fill this out with as much information as possible, but specifically the grandmother and any other person that you've spoken about Ms. Guzman's location. And based on that, I will review. If it has the information that you've stated here in court, I'm very likely to grant it. That way you can serve her by publication, because based on the criminal record in this court, in that case, she's not coming to court even in that case. So she's avoiding this court proceedings. All right, so refile your affidavit with all of that information, serve her by publication if it's granted, and then we'll come back to court for this case on
June 3rd at 2 p.m.
Do you have any questions for the court, Mr. Gonzalez Juarez?
Solo para aclarar, just to clarify,
tengo que volver a traer el solicitud por publicación.
Oh, I have to bring the publication request again?
Yes,
Con-
refile it with as much information as possible.
Perfect.
Y la fecha
And the date?
Is June the 3rd at 2 p.m. Do you have any questions for the court?
no, únicamente muchas gracias.
I
Well,
wish,
we all think
I
we're-
wish you very, Ms.
Yeah.
Flores,
Does Mr. Waters have an email address?
Fernando. 93 @gmail.
It's BERNARDO140493 @gmail.com.
be on the lookout for your email. If the court needs to send you any information, any notices or orders, it'll go to that email address.
Thank
Good luck to you, sir.
Page one, number 2.
Juan Gonzalez Jr. versus Graciela Sanchez, cause number 2025 FLA 1702C3. Juan Gonzalez, Graciela Sanchez, if you're present, please step forward. Speak into the microphone and tell the court, are you Juan Gonzalez Jr.?
Yes, Your Honor.
May I ask court staff if that was audible?
Yes.
Welcome to court, Mr. Gonzalez. The court marks you present in person. Are you Graciela Sanchez?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to court, Ms. Sanchez. The court marks you present in person. Mr. Gonzalez, you're asking for a divorce today?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready to go forward? Court has heard yes. Are you ready to go forward, Ms. Sanchez?
Yes.
All right, let me ask that you both raise your right hands. Do you and do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Both have answered yes. You may lower your hands. Mr. Gonzalez, I'm going to begin by asking you the questions because you're the person that filed this divorce. You filed this divorce, excuse me, is your true and correct name Juan B. Gonzalez Jr.? Mr. Gonzalez, you filed this divorce request or lawsuit on December the 3rd, 2025. On that date, had you lived in Texas for 6 months?
Yes.
Had you lived in Webb County for 90 days?
Yes.
Are you currently married?
Yes.
To whom?
Yes.
Ms. Sanchez, you
Closer
may,
to the mic.
Ms. Sanchez, you may lower your hands.
Oh, sorry.
One more time, Mr. Gonzalez, are you currently married?
Yes.
To whom?
Graciela Sanchez.
And what was the date of your marriage?
February 14, 2017.
When did you stop living together as husband and wife?
December 2023.
Is there any reasonable possibility that you reconcile with Ms. Sanchez?
No.
Were there any children born in the marriage?
Yes.
How many?
2.
Their ages?
The female is 13 and the male is 17.
When does your son turn 18?
February 11, 2027.
All right. And do you have an agreement? Well, first of all, these 2 children, your son and your daughter, did they live with you or did they live with Ms. Sanchez?
With Miss Sanchez.
Do you have an agreement with Ms. Sanchez about child support and visitation?
Yes.
What is that agreement?
112 a month.
Inaudible.
600 some a month. Plus.
Do your children have health insurance?
Yes.
Through what group, company, or government program?
Medicaid.
And what about visitation? Do you have an agreement with Ms. Sanchez on visitation?
Yes.
What is that agreement?
Every other weekend.
Do you believe that this agreement with child support and visitation is in your son and daughter's best interest?
Yes.
Any other agreement that the court should know about your children with Ms. Sanchez?
I mean, I see them almost every day, so.
It's a good thing. Is there any community property that the court should divide? Houses, retirement, vehicles, bank accounts, loans, debt, anything else that the court needs to divide?
We have a home together, but I mean, I don't want to.
Is it your-
Inaudible.
We have a home together, but I mean, it's her.
So is it your agreement that Ms. Sanchez be awarded? You may lower your hands. Is it your agreement that the court award your home, your marital home to Ms. Sanchez?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that awarding her the marital home would be a just and right division?
Yes.
Is there anything else that the court needs to divide?
No.
Is there anything else you would like the court to know?
Mm.
Is your true and correct name Graciela Sanchez?
Yes.
Ms. Sanchez, you heard the testimony of Mr. Gonzalez. Is there anything that you disagree with?
The house is under both our names, but that one is gonna be, what is it, repossessed, or I don't know what you call it,
Foreclosed?
foreclosed, yes. It's
Yeah.
gonna be foreclosed. So that one, we're gonna lose, so it's, whatever. But, the only thing that I would want for him to take care of would be the dogs, like for him to take them, because he was the one that got them when we got it, like when we were together, but I've been the one like feeding them and taking care of them. So I need to move out of the house and I can't take them with me.
How many dogs do you own with Mr. Gonzalez?
It's 2 dogs, a male and a female, but the female just had puppies. There's 6 puppies.
Is there any other community property that the court should divide?
No.
Well, Mr. Gonzalez, you heard the request of Ms. Sanchez that you be awarded the 2 dogs, the male and the female, and the puppies. Do you agree or do you disagree with that?
I agree.
Do you believe that that is a just and right division?
Yes.
Now, I'm intrigued by this home, Ms. Sanchez. Is there any possibility is there any equity in the home,
I can.
Yes, there is.
Ms. Sanchez?
I guess, because he's the one that was talking to like the people, so I really don't know.
What people?
Like, he was trying to see if he could sell it, pero at that time we were trying to get like a loan so that I could start giving the payments, but the loan payment went up and I couldn't afford it. He does have a child support order, but I haven't been getting any child support. I'm the only one working and I don't make enough money to pay for it. So I don't know if he talked to somebody in regards to what else can be done to the house or not, but me personally, I haven't talked to anybody.
Couple of questions to follow up, Ms. Sanchez. Court heard from Mr. Gonzalez that you all agreed to 600 plus in child support. What specifically is your agreement?
Oh, I didn't agree. Can I look at my phone?
Sure.
Okay. We filed for child support in 2024, I think.
Oh, you're right. There's a child support review order that Judge Mendez signed in 2015. On these children?
Yes.
Are you currently ordered to pay child support, Mr. Gonzalez? Ms. Sanchez, are you requesting that any changes be made to that order?
No.
Are you requesting any changes to that order, Mr. Gonzalez?
I mean, yes, because I haven't been able to work since 2024. And that's when she filed for child support. Because the 2015 one is.
But that can't possibly be correct because, I mean, she may have asked for a review in 2024, but the case was filed in 2015.
Oh, but that case was closed. Sorry.
Yeah. I believe it was
No,
closed.
there is an order that was signed by Judge Mendes in 2015. I mean, it was closed because there was a final order. It wasn't closed like it was dismissed.
Oh.
Maybe, is that what you meant? That there was a
Yes.
final order?
Yeah.
In other words, it's not pending.
Yeah, that was.
I understand. I understand. We're saying the same thing, just differently. I understand. So Ms. Sanchez here says that she's not asking for any changes to those orders. And what changes, if any, are you requesting, Mr. Gonzalez?
I just, I don't know any changes, but I can't work. I haven't been able to work since 2024. When I got ordered to pay child support.
But you didn't get ordered to pay child support in 2024. You got ordered to pay child support in 2015. Is that not true? I mean, I may be wrong about the facts, and if I am, please let me know. Is that not correct?
I mean, it was closed, supposedly closed, because we went to the child support office.
What do you think that means? What do you think it would by having it closed? What do you because but I thought Ms. Sanchez was saying one thing and she was saying the same thing I was. She was just using different words. But what do you mean by you think it's closed? What does that mean? That you were not ordered to pay anything?
Yeah.
Is that your understanding? I'm gonna have to restart my Odyssey and start from scratch. See. It looks like we're both right, ironically. So it looks like in 2015, the court ordered you to pay $331 per month in child support. But later, the following year, the following summer, in June of 2016, there was a notice of termination of services. That's what you mean by it was closed. There was a termination of assignment of child support services. So it doesn't. It doesn't say why, but normally what happens is that what is likely to have happened is that Ms. Sanchez went to the Attorney General's office because you were not providing child support. There was a child support review, and because of your wages, you were supposed to pay $331 per month. At some time in the future after that, you likely got back together. So the court's not going to order you to pay child support. If you're living in the same house and you're providing food and shelter, whatever you should, so the court did away with all of that. Ms. Sanchez, does all of that make sense? Does that sound more or less about what happened? The court has heard yes. Mr. Gonzalez, does all of that make sense? Does that sound more or less about what happened? All right. So there is no current child support order because you got back together and now you're here to finalize your divorce. I guess let me hear from you first, Ms. Sanchez. What are you asking this court to do about Mr. Sanchez and his obligation to pay child support?
I mean, I haven't been pressuring him. I know he's disabled right now. The time when I went to open another case, 2024 for child support, they had agreed to 680, I believe.
Yeah.
And, he was working at the time, but like a month or two later, that's when he started having issues with his leg, and then he stopped working. So because of health issues. So that's why I had opened the child support case. And ironic.
You got back together and
No. Back together.
oh, okay.
We haven't been together. He just wasn't. His health has been declining, so that's why he hasn't been working.
Well, so set him aside for a second and let's focus on your son and daughter. What do you believe is in their best interest? Is it in their best interest that the court order child support in some amount or that the court not order child support in some amount?
When I had spoken to the child support people, they had told me that they were gonna review to lower his amount. I think it was gonna go down to 200 or something like that. But he needed to take paperwork and all that, and after that, I don't know if he took it or if he followed up or anything.
Well, but again, set him aside.
Yeah.
What do you believe? So you're not his mother. You're the mother of your son and your daughter. What is in their best interest?
Their best interest is that, I mean, they do need to get money because especially if he tells them, I'm gonna get you this or that, and then he doesn't, then I have to be the one providing what they're asking for
Sure.
because, you know what I mean?
Well, and I can't believe that you believe that he can't afford anything because if he can afford at least to shelter pets, he has some source of income, I would presume. I don't know. I guess let me hear from you, Mr. Gonzalez. What is your request on child support? And what number one and number two, what do you believe is in your son and daughter's best interest?
My son and daughter's best interest is that I give them something, but like I said, I haven't been able to work. I had a bone infection in my foot.
Say that again?
I had a bone infection in my foot. They amputated my bone. I haven't been able to work, and I do not care for those dogs because I can't afford it. She's the one that's been taking care of them since I moved up.
I can see how it's difficult for one person to bear the burden of everything and,
I
another
mean,
person that is
I-
disabled to assist. I certainly understand it's a very difficult situation.
I try to help out as much as I can. There's not much, but you know, I pick them up from school. I take care of them when she can't, when she's working. I mean, there's not really much I can do.
Well, there was that case. There's another child support review case. That cause number is 2024 FLI 1426C3. In that case, in 2024, September 10, 2024, the associate judge for child support signed an order that Mr. Gonzalez, you are to pay $416 a month beginning September 1st, 2024. Were you aware of that?
Yes, but I went into the hospital in September 25th, and I haven't been able to return to work.
But have you or Ms. Sanchez or any person gone back to that court to request a redo, a modification, a change in any way?
I did, and I believe it was October, November, but nothing was done.
Right. So there's a valid and enforceable, legally standing order that you're to pay $416 a month. All right. One final time, Mr. Gonzalez, tell the court what information this court needs to know to make any changes to that order.
I mean, I could provide medical records and stuff, you know, paperwork I need to provide.
Do you have those with you today?
No.
So there is no information for this court to make any modifications today. I mean, that could happen in the future, but not today. All right. Same question to you, Ms. Sanchez. What information would you like to present to the court, if any, to make any changes to that order on child support and visitation?
I don't have any.
All right. I already asked you, Ms. Sanchez, are you requesting a name change?
No.
Who here has the most information or the best information about the status of the home financially?
I do.
Mr. Gonzalez, what is the value of the home?
The value right now is at 194,000.
194,000, and how much is owed?
I believe it's 168,000.
So you have an equity.
Yep.
When do you believe that home will be foreclosed? Have they sent you any notices yet?
They send it to Ms. Sanchez.
Ms. Sanchez, when is that home scheduled to be foreclosed?
They sent a paper stating that it was already sent to a lawyer and that 30 to 60 days from there, they would get in contact, or not in contact, but they would, I guess we would have to turn in the house. But if I wanted to extend the time or the amount to be able to leave the house, that I had to submit some paperwork in order to.
So it's possible that they can give you an extension. Well, it sounds to me, folks, instead of just giving it to Ms. Sanchez, I think you should try to sell your home and try to get 20, 30,000 for its sale. Wouldn't that be a good idea, Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, I had previously mentioned it to her, but she neglected.
Okay, you said it's a good idea. Do you think that's a good idea, Ms. Sanchez?
It is a good idea. The only thing that I neglected it was because he was looking at all that information without telling me anything until afterwards. Like we had just sent out the paperwork to do a reload, and like he was already checking into selling the house and everything instead of telling me, you know what, oh, let me look at information about like his plans about selling the house.
I can see how non-communication or miscommunication would cause distrust or problems. All right, anything else from any side that the court needs to know? All right, Mr. Gonzalez, Ms. Sanchez, in your case, cause number 2025 FLA 1702C3, the court at this time finds that it has jurisdiction over your case, meaning this is the proper court form and venue to consider your divorce. The court finds that you entered into marriage on the 14th day of February 2017, but you stopped living together as husband and wife in December of 2023. The court finds that you have 2 children together, a son and a daughter. No other children were born, adopted, or are expected. The court is going to adopt and incorporate orders in 2024 FLI 1426C3 without any changes. You can always go back to child support and request that modifications be made, but the court has no information to make any changes, so everything stands as is, and the court finds that doing so is in the best interest of your children. Regarding the 2 categories of property that the court needs to divide, Mr. Gonzalez, you're hereby awarded the pets, the 2 dogs and the 6 puppies of the marriage. They're hereby awarded to you. The home is to be sold and the equity is to divide it 1/2 each. The court will put into your divorce decree the realtor that will be assigned to sell it. So that should get you underway. The court finds that this is a just and right division. At this time, Mr. Gonzalez and Ms. Sanchez, the court finds that there is no reasonable expectation of reconciliation, and the court hereby renders and pronounces you divorced. Do you have any questions for the court, Mr. Gonzalez?
Sir?
Do you have any questions for the court, Ms. Sanchez? All right, give me a second to sign your decree. Mr. Gonzalez, what is the address of your home? The marital home,
3337 La Terraza Way,
3337,
La Terraza Way.
780.
046.
One more time, 3337, right?
Correct.
Mr. Gonzalez, Ms. Sanchez, the court has signed your divorce decree. I have made notations that the court finds that making no changes to the child support orders for visitation or possession are in the children's best interest. And the court has also listed your marital home. And the court finds that the court shall be sold by a realtor, and the equity in the home, if any, shall be divided between the parties, one half each. I have provided the realtor that is to do this for you all so that you don't lose the value or any equity, and you preserve as much of your marital estate as possible. I'm tendering the original signed divorce decree to the clerk's office. You can pick up a copy as early as tomorrow, and a realtor will be in contact with you to make sure that you don't lose any value on your home. Mr. Gonzalez, do you have any questions for the court?
No, sir.
Ms. Sanchez, do you have any questions?
They'll let us know, well, they'll let me know as to how long I have, because I'm residing at their residence right now, how long I have in order to vacate, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No other changes to your decree or to the previous orders regarding your children. I wish you both well, but more importantly, I wish both your son and your daughter all the best. Good luck to everyone.
Case page 6, number 15.
Tinoco Violeta Linda, and this is in the matter of 2026 FOK 296C3. Tell the court your name, please.
Linda Violeta Tinoco.
Linda Violeta Tinoco.
Welcome to court. The court marks you present in person. Miss Tinoco, what is your request for the court today?
I would like to change my daughter's last name.
Has the father of your daughter been served with a lawsuit in this case?
No, no supe nada de su papá desde los 7 meses de embarazo. No está en la acta de nacimiento tampoco. No está viendo nada de
I have not known anything from the father since I was 7 months pregnant. He's not in the birth certificate or anything.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you know who your child's father is?
Yeah,
Were you ever married to this person?
no,
Did he reside with your child for the first 3 years of their lives?
no. He's from Mexico.
And is he listed on your child's birth certificate?
No.
No.
Hmm. This is one of those situations, Ms. Tinoco, where I have to do what the law says, even though I wish things were different, but I have to be faithful to what the law says. And what the law says is that if a person's rights have not been terminated, and in this case they haven't, then they should be served. Whether they're actually served or they're served by substituted service or by publication or something else. In order to grant your request, the law requires that he be served some way because his rights haven't been terminated. I know that that isn't easy, or that isn't perhaps the best situation, but that is what the law says should happen. So I'm going to give you some time to do that. I also suggest that you look for a lawyer, talk to a lawyer, or visit the lawyers on the first floor. Perhaps they can give you some guidance, or visit the legal kiosk in the South Laredo Library that can guide you through this process. But the questions I was asking, I wanted to see if there was an actual adjudication of this person's parentage, or if the law allowed me to presume that he was the father. And I'm seeing that none of that is required. If a person's right has not been terminated, they need to be served. I suggest that you amend, because if I don't know that it is, but if it is in your child's best interest to change their name, then all you have to do is get service, because since your child is under 10, you don't need their consent. All right, so I'm going to give you some time to either serve this person or to serve him by publication or substitution, if that's what should be done. Do you have any questions on this, Ms. Tinoco?
Tengo que hacer una publicación.
I have to make a publication to.
Inaudible.
I have to make a notification to know of the father.
You have to serve the father with the lawsuit, either actually or by some other method if he can't be served actually, by publication or substituted service or something else. But no court in the United States should ever go forward without due process of giving the other side a copy of the lawsuit. They can always complain and undo everything that we've done, and that would not be good. So let me give you some time to do that. And again, because you filed this before your child is 10, you don't need their consent. You just need to serve them in some manner. All right, so I'm going to reschedule this for
June 3rd at 2 p.m.
So if none of this makes sense, or if you have any other questions, I suggest you look for a lawyer, talk to a lawyer, and or visit the legal kiosk at the South Laredo Library. They have some very good resources that can probably point you in the right direction.
Okay.
I wish you all the best. Ms. Flores,
If you can please provide us with an email address.
what is your email address?
LINDAVIOLETA 2205@gmail.com.
Right. I look forward to granting your request on June the 3rd. Good luck.
Page 3, number 7.
Raquel Tejerina versus Melchor Lopez Barrios, cause number 2025 FLB 11 scratch. 2025 FLB 1771C3. Are you Raquel Tejerina?
Yes.
Welcome to court. The court marks you present in person. Melchor Lopez Barrios, are you present? Let me ask the clerk's office, is there service in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, there was service on December the 29th of 2025.
The court takes notice that he was served, respondent was served, and he is not present. Ms. Tejirin, are you ready to go forward?
See?
Yeah.
And I ask that you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Yeah.
May lower your hand. Is your true and correct name Raquel Tejerina?
correct.
Correct.
Ms. Tejerina, you filed this divorce on December 22nd, 2025. On that date, had you lived in Texas for 6 months?
Sí,
Yeah.
Had you lived in Webb County for 90 days?
sí,
Yeah.
Are you currently married?
sí.
Yeah.
To whom?
Melchor López Barrio.
Melchor López Barrio.
What was the date of your marriage?
Diciembre 11 del 97.
December 12th of 1997.
What was the date that you separated?
Abril 4 del 98.
April 4th, 1998.
Is there any reasonable expectation of reconciliation?
No,
No.
Were there any children born in the marriage?
No.
Were any adopted?
no,
No.
Are any expected?
no,
No.
Is there any community property to divide?
no,
No.
Are you asking for a name change?
No.
Is there anything else that you would like to tell the court?
no,
Nope.
Ms. Tejerina, in your case, cause number 2025 FLB 1771C3, the court at this time finds that it has jurisdiction over your case, meaning this is the proper court form and venue to consider your divorce. The court finds that you entered into marriage with Mr. Melchor Lopez Barrio on the 11th day of December 1997, but you stopped living together as husband and wife in April the 4th of 1998. The court finds, unfortunately, that your marriage has become insupportable due to a discord or a conflict of personalities that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship. The court finds that no children were no children were born, adopted, or are expected of the marriage. The court finds that there is no community property to divide. At this time, Ms. Tejerina, the court finds that there is no reasonable expectation of reconciliation, and the court hereby renders and pronounces you divorced.
Thank you.
Give me a second to review your decree.
thank you.
The court has signed your divorce decree and your divorce is final. I wish you very well.
Page 8, number 19.
Jasmine Solis versus Daniel Mendoza, cause number 2025 CVD 61L2. Jasmine Solis, Daniel Mendoza, are you present? Daniel Mendoza, are you present? Court finds Daniel Mendoza not present. Excuse me. Are you Jasmine Solis?
Yes.
Welcome to court, Ms. Solis. The court marks you present. Ms. Solis, when we were last here, you were present and Daniel Mendoza was present. Remind the court, at the last hearing, Mr. Mendoza requested a jury trial
Yes.
and you made him an offer.
Yes.
Have you spoken to Mr. Mendoza about this case since then?
No, I have not.
And remind the court, this was a case that was appealed from the Justice of the Peace.
Yes, that is,
Who won the Justice of the Peace case?
I did, and Mr. Mendoza appealed.
Well, he was here at the last hearing and he should be here. This is his case to appeal. If he's not present, I'm going to dismiss this case. Do you have any objection to that?
No, sir.
This case is dismissed for want of prosecution and the court will prepare its own orders. This case is dismissed. Good luck.
Thank you. How do I proceed with the judgment of the other?
I tell you what, Ms. Flores, give us, the court, its own orders due date.
And another post setting, Your Honor?
No, just the regular orders due date. I think it's April 27th.
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct, April 27th.
So the court is going to prepare its own orders on April 27th. So you should probably pick up those orders in early May.
Okay.
And then you can take those to the Justice of the Peace.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right. I wish you all the best.
Same page, page 8, number 20.
Portino Sepua versus Marlene Aguero, cause number 2025 CVD 87L2. Tell the court your name.
Marlene Agüero.
Marlene Agüero.
Welcome to court, Ms. Agüero. Portino Sepua, are you present? Court finds Mr. Sepua not present. This case is set for dismissal. Ms. Agüero, remind the court. There was a Justice of the Peace case. Who won that case?
No fue.
He did not show up to court.
I understand. My question is, who won that case? Did you win?
They dismissed it.
And then he appealed the dismissal here?
Yes,
In other words, he sued you in the Justice of the Peace Court
yes,
and they dismissed his case.
yes,
So he lost and he's now appealing,
yes,
but he's not present to prosecute his case.
exactly.
This case is dismissed for want of prosecution. The court will prepare its own orders. So this case is over. I wish
Thank
you all
you
the
very
best.
Next page, page 8, number 21.
Mendoza Maintenance Group, Inc. versus Arturo Mendoza, cause number 2025 CVD 88L2. Speak into the microphone and tell the court your name.
Arturo Mendoza Jr.
Say that again.
Arturo Mendoza Jr.
Welcome to court, Mr. Mendoza. The court marks you present in person. Tell the court your name.
Javier Mendoza.
Welcome to court, Mr. Mendoza. Mr. Mendoza, what is your relationship to Mendoza Maintenance Group, Inc.?
I'm one of the owners.
Is Mendoza Maintenance Group, Inc. a formally incorporated legal organization in the state of Texas?
Yes,
And tell the court who is on your right.
my mother.
What is her name? And
Inaudible.
Margarita Mendoza.
And Ms. Mendoza, tell the court your relationship to Mendoza Maintenance Group, Inc.
I'm his mother, their mother.
She's a secretary.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. So ostensibly an officer of the organization. All right. Mr. Mendoza, Ms. Mendoza, and Mr. Mendoza, this is a calendar call. So ostensibly, there was a case in a Justice of the Peace Court. Who won that case?
We did.
So when you say we, Mendoza Maintenance Group, Inc.,
Yes.
right. And Mr. Mendoza, you were not in agreement, or you disapproved, you thought something must have gone wrong in the Justice of the Peace Court case, and now you're appealing here, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, this is a calendar call, and what that is it's just a series of deadlines that you all have to meet legally so that we can get to the finish line of final hearing. You're the person that's appealing, Mr. Mendoza. Are you requesting a bench trial or a jury trial?
What's different? I mean, I don't understand that.
You want me to make the decision, or do you want 6 to 12 other people that are community members to make the decision?
Think, the people, trial.
Tell the court, Mr. Mendoza, tell the court, what was the ruling at the Justice of the Peace Court?
The judge over there grant them that they won.
And what was that relief? What did the judge grant?
My property, my money. Because I gave my brother, which is not here, our attorney. I signed those papers. I didn't know what I was signing, which I trusted him. So the city of Laredo gave me $250,000 lawsuit, which they made me sign a gag order. Those $250,000 check, I gave it to Jaime Mendoza. He's not present here. And he wrote a check for $60,000. I have my house and everything. I gave him power of attorney. It's something because I was not in the right track. So that's why I gave him power of attorney. That way he has control over the property and the money. After a few years, they said that I haven't changed, that I'm still on drugs, and they're evicting me out of my own property. Jaime put his name on my property. Now I don't own it. And he kept 190,000, which he said that he paid the helicopter because they flew me. I got 2 metal rods, both legs. They flew me to San Antonio Army Blue Hospital, and that they paid that money to the helicopter, which I'm a veteran. Veterans don't have to pay. They don't have to pay for that because I gave my mom the ID because they wanted to amputate both my legs here in Dr. Hospital. 2 doctors recommended to my mom to amputate both my legs. I didn't want to get amputated. I gave my mom my military ID. They called, they came pick me up. They flew me over there, and I ended up getting 250,000. That's why I gave my brother power attorney, which I trusted him. He's my flesh and blood, but you can't count on family. Basically.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Mendoza, specifically, what did the Justice of the Peace order? Just an eviction, or an eviction and money, or what was that order?
I'm gonna become homeless. That's my property. They took away.
I fully understand that this is what happens when people are evicted. I wish I could change.
My property.
Listen to my question.
After I paid for it.
Listen to my question. What was it that the Justice of the Peace ordered? Was it an eviction and money, or only an eviction?
I think it was an eviction.
Were you ordered to pay Mendoza Maintenance Group Inc. any money?
No, because there was no contract. There was no word.
So the only thing that you're disputing here, is whether
took
you
away my property.
Listen.
They taken me out. Sorry.
So my question is, it's only the eviction that you're appealing, correct?
Yes, I
All
think
right.
so.
All right. Mr. Mendoza, I'm going to address you as the owner.
Yes.
This is only a calendar call, which means exactly what I'm doing now, and that's receiving information getting some background facts for the case, and then putting together a scheduling order so that we can go forward. And in any event, this wasn't meant to be a final hearing, and it shouldn't, because any and all incorporated businesses in the state of Texas must be represented by a lawyer.
Okay.
Owners, officers, executive, and so forth cannot. You can testify as witnesses, and nobody has better information than company owners and officers, but you really can't speak for the business. It has to be a lawyer.
Okay.
So I'm going to do this. Ms. Flores, give me 2 dates. Give me a final pretrial hearing. That's going to be in May, and give me a final hearing in June.
And this would be on the pro se docket, Your Honor?
Yes, unless Mendoza Maintenance Groups comes in with a lawyer, then it comes off of the pro
Well, my mother
se.
did hire an attorney, Silver Martinez. He just didn't show up.
It's good to know that there is a lawyer that will speak on behalf of the business. So I tell you what, then let me just do this then, Ms. Flores, give me a final hearing date in May.
On the pro se docket, so Your Honor?
Yes,
You don't wanna
because, well, let me ask you this. Let me ask the clerk's offices. Has Mr. Martinez filed a notice of appearance and answer or response, anything into the case that advises the court that he's the lawyer?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so on the self-represented litigant docket in May,
Your Honor, have a pro se date in the month of June, not May.
all right, final hearing, let me see, 1 second. Well, let me ask you both this one at a time, because the next date would be June, but it depends on whatever you tell the court. Do you object to June, or do you want an earlier setting, Mr. Arturo Mendoza?
No, June would be good.
Same question, Mr. Javier Mendoza.
We would prefer May.
Remind the court, Mr. Javier Mendoza, when was the Justice of the Peace, when did they make the ruling? Was it recent, or was it a while back?
What was that?
When was the Justice of the Peace court hearing?
It was a couple of months ago.
I'm going to schedule this case for hearing, for final hearing on May 19th at 1:30. Does the court have Mr. Javier Mendoza's email address?
I'm checking you.
In case we don't, Mr. Mendoza, what is your email address?
B as in boy, Javier Mendoza at hotmail.com.
In case we missed it, one more time. In case we missed it, one more time.
B as in boy, Javier Mendoza at hotmail.com.
Right. And does the court have Mr. Arturo Mendoza's email address?
Yeah, please provide it, Your Honor.
What is your email address, Mr. Arturo Mendoza?
Arthur, 1966 @gmail.com.
Spell that. Just I don't want to presume that we know how to spell it. Go ahead.
Arthur, ARTHUR. Arthur, ARTHUR 1966 @gmail.com.
I didn't get that. Did you get that, Ms.
Arthur,
Flores? All right.
To Arthur.
Yeah, go ahead and spell it out on a piece of paper for the court. I missed it and I apologize, but not as quick with my pen as Ms. Rodriguez. All right, we'll come back for a final hearing on May the 19th. Just please ask Mr. Martinez if he is going to come on board to file something that gives the court notice that he is the attorney of record for Mendoza Maintenance Group, Inc. Mr. Javier Mendoza, do you have any questions for the court?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Margarita Mendoza, do you have any questions for the court? Mr. Arturo Mendoza, do you have any questions for the court?
Well, I'm not working and I'm waiting for disability. I don't have a lawyer to how am I went to the legal aid, they won't be able to help me out.
So I can only tell you two things, really. Number one, you're not entitled to a lawyer.
Okay.
So if you choose to be represented, you can, but you have to look for a lawyer, hire a lawyer, talk to a lawyer, and so forth. The only reason that I need Mendoza Maintenance Group, Inc. to be represented is because they're a business entity, and the law says that business entities must be represented by lawyers.
Okay.
Individuals don't have to. You can, but you don't have to.
All right.
So if you have the resources to hire one, you may do so. I think you said that you have gone to legal aid. I've mentioned it at least 4 or 5 times here that persons who cannot afford a lawyer can get some information at the South Laredo Library at the legal kiosk. And that's the limit of what I can advise any person. Do you have any other questions, Mr. Arturo Mendoza?
So this day, I'm gonna have a hearing with
Inaudible.
Speak into the microphone.
with this date that I'm gonna have a hearing with a jury.
No, that's the date that we're gonna come back here and I'm gonna make a final decision
Okay.
unless there's any other information, requests, pleadings, motions. I'm gonna do exactly what the law says should happen on that day.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any other questions?
No.
Mr. Arturo Mendoza, Mr. Javier Mendoza, and Ms. Margarita Mendoza, I wish you all very well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day.
Your Honor, page 1, number 1.
Brenda Ashley Gonzalez versus Jason David Rivera, cause number 2019 FLA 2258C3. Brenda Gonzalez, Jason Rivera, if you're present, please step forward. Speaking to the microphone and tell the court, are you Brenda Ashley Gonzalez?
Yes.
Welcome to court, Ms. Gonzalez. The court marks you present in person. Speaking to the microphone and tell the court, are you Jason David Rivera?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to court, Mr. Rivera. The court marks you present in person. These are temporary. Ms. Gonzalez, are you ready to go forward?
Yes.
Mr. Rivera, are you ready to go forward?
Yes, sir.
One more time.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Gonzalez and Mr. Rivera, please raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
I swear.
You may lower your hands. Ms. Gonzalez, you are the person that is requesting temporary orders. What would you like the court to know, do, or order?
We both submitted, I believe, temporary orders. We're disputing on whether
we should change it to sole custody for Jason or keep it joint for us.
What
What
do
a-
you believe would
I
be
believe-
in your son's best interest?
We have 2 daughters and I think we should have joint custody.
And by joint custody, you mean joint managing conservators where you have all
Oh,
the same
yes.
rights, duties, responsibilities?
Correct.
All right. And what is your understanding of Mr. Rivera's disagreement with that?
I believe he wants full say on like anything like medical and also where they live, things like that.
Well, let me get some background questions or background facts, and then I'll ask Mr. Rivera to confirm or deny all of this. Ms. Gonzalez, how many children do you have with Mr. Do you have any children with Mr. Rivera?
Yes,
How many?
2 daughters,
Their ages?
10 and 8.
Where do those 2 girls live with?
With Jason.
How long have they lived with Mr. Rivera?
Since 2021.
And do you believe it's in their best interest that they live with him?
Until a court decides whether they should come live with me or not, which hasn't been set yet. I think they should live with Jason to finish school here.
Hmm.
I did submit a plan. I'm not sure you guys got it, but
And since 2021, have you had any regular visitation or possession visits with your daughters?
yes, I fly them in every time when they have a break, which is spring break, Christmas, Thanksgiving and summer.
When you say you fly them in, you fly them to some other location?
I live in Colorado.
I see. Is there anything about that situation that is not working?
Uh, we were all supposed to move to Colorado originally. Jason dropped out. His dad still lives there. And I would like to stay in Colorado. That's where my job is. Jason is no longer moving over there, so we need to change the custody orders a little bit. If he's gonna end up staying in Laredo.
Is there anything else that you would like the court to know or consider?
I respect Jason's decision to stay in Laredo, but if he is, I'd like him to help with, what's the word? My brain is not working with, the transferring of children from here to over there.
The cost for travel.
There we go. Yes.
Yeah. Hmm. Since 2021, and they've lived in Webb County and you've lived in Colorado,
Yes.
have you provided child support and has it been regular?
We didn't have child support in our original agreement.
And do you believe that payment of child support would be or would not be in your daughter's best interest?
No, I don't see any reason. It was originally supposed to be me that had custody. But since I moved to Colorado.
And what happened? Take me back to 2000. What
Sure.
happened?
For everyone to move to Colorado eventually.
Closer to the mic, please.
Me and Jason had gotten divorced, but the plan was still intact, as far as I knew. The plan was for him to graduate from nurse practitioner school and then come home to Colorado. He changed his mind, I believe, in 2024. When he graduated, he decided he was gonna stay here. And I tried doing the, back and forth thing, but it's thousands of dollars probably every 6 months. So
and I'm the only one paying the travel expenses, then that's a little hard. And then lately, I figured I'd give it a shot and see if I can get custody, but this isn't about the custody right now. This is about temporary orders.
Well, let me ask you this. When you fly them out, do you fly with them or do you pay for them to be accompanied?
Southwest provides child,
And,
for an
and,
additional fee, they'll watch the kids while they fly.
and your children are old enough to do that?
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this. If I can, and if there's no objection, Mr. Rivera, I'll take judicial notice that Southwest doesn't fly out of Laredo. So ostensibly, these flights are out of the nearest Southwest airport, which would be San Antonio. So ostensibly, Mr. Rivera would drive them to the airport in San Antonio. They would hop on a flight, be supervised by Southwest employees, and they would, and then the whole process in reverse.
Correct.
All right. Mr. Rivera, what would you like the court to know, and what would you like the court to do?
So I'm requesting temporary orders that maintain stability for the children that are currently established in their home, school, and daily routine, and I believe it is in the best interest to keep that consistent. I have been actively involved in their care and continue to provide a stable environment for them on a daily basis. A sudden relocation out of state would disrupt their schooling, their routine, and their overall stability. Additionally, my oldest daughter has expressed that she would prefer to remain here, and I believe that aligns with her best interest, especially considering her age and current situation. Ultimately, Your Honor, my goal is to ensure consistency, stability, and the best possible environment for the children. I'm asking the court to keep things as stable as possible while this case proceeds. As far as the travel situation, since 2021, we had an informal, when she moved to Colorado, we had a joint conservatorship, and then we transitioned to an informal out-of-state visitation, right? And I would take them to San Antonio, drop them off. Either I, because of my job, or my mother, their grandmother, would take them to San Antonio and drop them off, and then vice versa, pick them up. So that worked for a little while, but that became unsustainable. Okay, because the flights were either very early in the morning, returns were very late at night, so it's very disruptive for work processes. So that became unsustainable. So informally, I had asked her, eventually, I need you to drop them off here, pick them up here, which she had done the last few times. The other issue, so I prefer to keep those travel orders intact as the way, or as well as the possession orders, the out-of-state visitation. I would like those to continue as they are. I want to formalize our informal plan as we have now. And I'm requesting full custody as well as medical manage, as full custody and full possession of the children, as they have lived with me since 2021, and I manage their daily needs.
Well, but when you say full custody, if I understood Ms. Gonzalez correctly, she, at this point, as of today, so April 1st, she's asking for temporary orders, but she's not asking the girls, your daughters, go to live in Colorado. Right, Ms. Gonzalez?
Yeah.
And it's in this hearing.
So, right, so at this hearing, so when you say full custody for temporary orders, what do you mean?
Well, because I filed my own temporary orders as well. I'm asking
But
them.
what do you mean? Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example in the real world, because it sounds like you win if you get full custody, but you actually lose if you do. And let me tell you the real world example. So I think I was handed your order where it says that father alone, father alone, father alone, father alone, father alone for all the rights.
Correct.
Right. So if you agree that your daughters go and visit Ms. Gonzalez in Colorado, and she's not asking that they go live there, they just go and visit for big holidays. Let's assume that they're accompanied by Southwest, and at the airport there's a huge tragic accident that requires immediate medical attention. Father alone. So she's there at the airport and she has zero rights to consent to emergency medical treatment, do you think that would be in your daughter's best interest?
In that instance, no.
Right. So it sounds like what you both really want, need, and what would be in the best interest of your daughters is that you both be appointed joint managing conservators, which means both of you have the same rights, duties, responsibilities, and obligations over your two daughters, except that you temporarily, Mr. Rivera, would have the exclusive right, the sole right to determine their residence, where they live. You live in Webb County, so they live in Webb County. And then all the other rights are only when they're in your possession. So, for example, if somebody needs to consent to medical treatment, I guess that's the one that really stands out. I guess to represent in legal action, but it's not. I mean, many of these things are not going to come into play in the real world during a visit. But should you need to, I think you should have those rights because they don't live permanently with you temporarily, Ms. Gonzalez. Does this make sense, Mr. Rivera?
Yes, sir.
Does this make sense, Ms. Gonzalez?
Yes.
All right. So I think that would be in your daughter's best interest. But now, so before we talk about travel, talk to me about child support. Mr. Rivera, Ms. Gonzalez says that she hasn't paid child support since 2021, that they've lived exclusively with you. Do you think that's a good thing in their best interest or not in their best interest? What are your thoughts?
Well, at the moment, Your Honor, there wasn't any formal movement on that. And as for temporary orders, that's fine. At the final hearing, there may be something different, but for now, the temporary orders is just to keep them stable here.
But watch this question. Ms. Gonzalez says that y'all should split the travel costs 50-50. What do you think about that?
So Ms. Gonzalez has a very good career, right? And I don't see a reason why I should have to split the 50-50 if there is no child support and there's no daily support that I receive from her. And I'm not asking for any either. So I don't see the reason why I should split the travel expenses.
Do you have an agreement as to the days that they would visit with Ms. Gonzalez, Mr. Rivera?
As my temporary orders right now, it is the out-of-state permission orders.
Which would be once a month at her election.
Correct. The summers, the breaks.
This one is really easy, actually. Anything else that you want the court to consider, Ms. Gonzalez? Oh, one more thing. Mr. Gonzalez, you said Mr. Rivera, you said Ms. Gonzalez, well, she has a really good career. Does that mean that she has a really good career and is able to pay? Or does that mean, are you trying to say that she makes more money than you? What are you specifically saying?
No, we make about the same amount of money. And it's
so you can support your daughters, but she makes sufficient to be able to pay for the travel, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Ms. Gonzalez, is that your agreement with Mr. Rivera that you would have the standard travel, which is you would elect the one weekend per month that the girls would travel between now and the final hearing?
When Jason decided that he didn't want to move to Colorado anymore, I did
Closer to the mic, please.
sorry, I thought I was close enough. When Jason decided he wasn't going to go to Colorado anymore, I did ask him if I could have at least see the girls once a month. He said no, and I did submit that evidence into the file.
Ms. Gonzalez, what is your net? So after taxes, how much do you make a year?
I'm sorry, 119,
Is your net?
I believe so.
I'm sorry, did you say 15 or 19?
119, let me just double check.
Sure.
I believe it's 119.
Okay.
I don't know where it is here, but
Are you, other than these two children, are you responsible for any other children, Ms. Gonzalez?
son, well,
How old is your son?
he just turned 18 in January.
All right. Any minor children?
No.
All right. Mm. Right. I'm going to do several things in your case, Ms. Gonzalez and Mr. Rivera. The court finds that it has jurisdiction. The issues before the court is the travel, conservatorship, visitation, and child support. So the court's going to do this. The court hereby appoints both of you as joint managing conservators, which means both of you have the same rights, duties, responsibilities, and obligations over your two daughters, except that you, Mr. Rivera, will have the exclusive right to determine their residence. Visitation will be standard per the Texas Family Code, which means that since you live far away from each other, Ms. Gonzalez, you will have the ability to elect a weekend. And I will allow Thursday through Sunday. So 4 days in between now and the time that we come back for final hearing. The travel expenses are to be paid 1/2 each. Ms. Gonzalez, you are to purchase the Southwest flights. You're to give Mr. Rivera at least a 2-week notice of those days, and you're to forward him the amount you paid. He'll have 30 days to reimburse you for that 1/2. Similarly, Mr. Rivera will give to you a copy, true and correct copy of his gas receipts and you were to reimburse him 1/2 of that total amount within 30 days. Your child support is hereby set at $1,000 per month, beginning today, April 1st, 2026. At the final hearing, I need both of you to bring into court your 2024, 2025 income tax returns and the last 3 months of your pay stubs. What that means is I'm going to recalculate child support to make it much more specific to your situations. But depending on what the court decides that the children are, their best interest is to live in Colorado, then Mr. Rivera will pay child support. If the court finds that it is in their best interest to continue living in with Mr. Rivera, then the court will calculate Ms. Gonzalez's child support based on those documents. And then you can come back to the court and tell the court what worked, what didn't work. Was the travel an issue? Is there a better situation? And what you believe is in your daughter's best interest based on what's happened between now and the time that we come back in July. Mr. Rivera, do you have any questions for the court?
No, sir.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have any questions for the court?
Yes, I didn't know Jason requested child support.
He didn't. I'm ordering it.
Oh, you're ordering.
He doesn't decide, I decide.
Got it.
So his thing was, I don't want child support, but I don't want to pay the travel fees. Well, I understand that. Well, the problem is it's not his money. The laws of the state of Texas says that one parent should pay child support. So between now and then, those are the orders of the court, and what happens after that, I have no idea. We're gonna come back, present evidence, testimony, tell me why they should live in with you, tell me why they should live with you, tell me what worked about the travel situation, tell me whatever is in their best interest, and then we'll take it from there. So to put it a different way, people can make whatever request they want, but this court has to do whatever is in the children's best interest. All right. Let me see if I can modify your temporary orders right now. These are the orders of the court, and the court finds that doing all of this is in the two children's best interest. One other thing, Ms. Gonzalez, you live in Colorado, but you're here. How long are you here for?
I'm leaving today. I
What-
just came.
At
before I
what
had
time?
to.
At what time is your flight?
I don't have a flight. I drove.
Let me make this order that any and all times that you are in Laredo, and that could be sometimes or no times, that you should have free and you should have access to your daughters while you're in town.
They do, Your Honor.
Thank you. I need you all to look at your calendars if you have any work calendars or anything that, because I'm going to order you to mediation with our associate district judge, and that can be by Zoom. And the reason I do this, because if things are working out, or even if they're not, I want you to talk to an associate judge that can serve as a mediator, because if you all can agree to certain things, that could streamline the process here for the final hearing in July, or you may not need to come to court on that day if you can talk to someone before. So I can order this either on June the 9th, or, well, no, let me do either June 22nd or 23rd. Do you have a preference, Ms. Gonzalez?
No.
Do you have a preference, Mr. Rivera?
Either.
All right. Ms. Flores, with the notice, make sure give both parties the associate judges, administrators, telephone number and email.
I don't know, would this be JLM?
Yes. All right, I've signed your temporary orders. Both of you are hereby appointed joint managing conservators over your two daughters. The changes that I have made is to these temporary orders is that Mr. Rivera is appointed the joint managing conservator with the exclusive right to designate the girl's residence. And then I've entered into the consent for medical treatment. Either parent can do that. The consent to psychological treatment, either parent can do that. The right to receive child support to Mr. Rivera, to represent in legal actions Mr. Rivera, to consent to marriage of the armed forces, both of you together. Decisions on education, either of you, to manage the earnings of a child, Mr. Rivera. Decisions about the estate of the children, Mr. Rivera, the management of those estates, Mr. Rivera, and to apply for a passport, either one of you. Ms. Gonzalez is to pay child support in the amount of $1,000 per month beginning April 1st, and the first thereafter, you're to pay to the Attorney General's office. Any unreimbursed medical expenses you're to pay that each 50-50. You're to mediate by Zoom with Associate Judge Leticia Martinez on June 22nd, 2026. To your possession order, I have made changes. Ms. Gonzalez may elect 1 weekend per month to visit the children. Flight and gas expenses are to be paid 1/2 each and payable 30 days after presenting receipts. I have signed those temporary orders and I am tendering the original signed copy to the clerk's office. And I am tendering to Mr. Rivera a document that he can fill out so that the Attorney General's office can begin that process. We're going to come back in July for a hearing on
July 1st at 2 p.m. Would this still be an in-person, Your Honor?
yes, unless you agree to otherwise. Let's see. Ms. Gonzalez, I think you had made a request for a Zoom hearing or participation by video conference. Do you still, is that still something that you would like to urge? Tell the court, tell me, give me some good reasons.
Well, I live 1,000 miles away and it takes about 16 hours to drive here.
Sure.
Flights are $500, $500 to $600 round trip. So I'd like the Zoom meeting. It wasn't my choice to be without my girls in Colorado. And if I'm gonna have to pay child support and half the flight expenses, I mean,
yeah.
I think I don't know if there's is it possible to reconsider the child support plus the flights for me? If it wasn't my choice to be without them? Would it be possible?
I mean, if you're asking me to reconsider, I can, but I mean, nothing's changed from the time that I ordered it. I mean, so I'm trying to temper a lot of different things. And the good thing about these orders is they're only temporary. They're not meant to be permanent. You'll have to come back and tell the court what worked, what didn't work, and what's in the daughter's best interest. So I guess the question now to Mr. Rivera is 2 questions. First question is, do you have an objection to Ms. Gonzalez participating by Zoom on the hearing on July the 1st?
No, Your Honor.
So ordered. So you can participate by Zoom. The court staff will provide you that link. Second question, Mr. Rivera, Ms. Gonzalez would like the court to reconsider the payment of child support and flights. Do you have an objection to that request?
No, Your Honor.
So you don't object to her not paying child support? So let me tell you what the consequence is. And look, I know that it's going to be a burden on one or both. And I know it's really hard because you can only live with the money that you have, but the standard that I have to abide by is whatever is in your daughter's best interest. And I can tell you without knowing anything else that the laws of the state of Texas says that it's in their best interest that they have a close and continuous relationship with both parents. So I need to figure out how best to do that. They need to be close to Mr. Rivera. They also need to be close to Ms. Gonzalez. And payment for flights and travel and child support, it's going to be burdensome on both. And that's how it has to be. But what do you think, Mr. Rivera, the court should do?
The court should do what's in the best interest of the children.
What do you think that is? I've already ordered $1,000, and I'll tell you, Ms. Gonzalez, what the laws of the state of Texas say is that based on your salary, it should probably be more. But I don't want to put you in that situation either. Not yet until you come back and tell the court whatever works or doesn't.
Based on your order, sir.
Well, let me ask you this, Ms. Gonzalez. What amount do you think would be fair, right, reasonable, and in your daughter's best interest, if any?
I think it should just be the travel expenses that we both reimburse each other. Back and forth. If he wants to stay here, fine. If I'm gonna stay there in Colorado, fine. I don't see how it helps me, paying the $1,000 in child support if it's not my choice to be without my girls. It wasn't my choice for him to stay here. And she wasn't asking in the first place for me to pay them. All I wanted was help with travel. That's it.
But have you paid any, what amount, if any, have you paid since 2021 to help support your daughters?
I asked him if he needed help. He said no. His mom pays for their tuition for school.
Well, I
I mean,
pay for
so-
the tuitions.
So just to state the obvious, and I'm not trying to, I just want to confirm. So you make $119,000 per year, and since 2021, you haven't paid anything for their support.
Not
mean,
tuition and stuff, but when they come see me, they get clothes, they get all the extracurricular activities. Like I have the receipts, I have everything.
I have reconsidered, and I'm going to respectfully deny.
Okay.
All right, so the order stand. So just make sure that you give Mr. Rivera the dates that you'll be purchasing at least 2 weeks in advance. And then you can fly up your daughters, and then you'll exchange that information and those monies. Do you have any questions for the court, Ms. Gonzalez? Do you have any questions for the court, Mr. Rivera?
No, sir, thank you.
I wish you both very well. More importantly, I wish your daughters all the best. Have a good day. Ms. Flores, have all cases been called on today's docket?
Present, Your Honor. Cases that have not been called, Your Honor.
You're absolutely right.
Number 4.
Page 2, number 4, Sandra Lucia Partida Rivera versus Jose de Jesus Barajas Espíritu, cause number 2025 FLB 1091C3. Sandra Rivera, Jose Espíritu, any person present? This case is dismissed for want of prosecution. The court will prepare its own orders. Page 2, number 5, Alejandro Bustamante versus Mónica Escalante Rangel, cause number 2025 FLB 1651C3. Alejandro Bustamante, Mónica Rangel, is any person present? Court finds that there is no person present. There is a motion for continuance.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. In this case, the court has received a request for continuance based on possible reconciliation. Give the court the June setting, please.
June 3rd at 2 p.m.
So ordered. Page 3, number 6, Roxanne Ibarra versus Eric Martin Ibarra, cause number 2025 FLB 1731C3. Roxanne Ibarra, Eric Ibarra, any person present? Court finds no persons are present. This case is hereby dismissed for warrant of prosecution. Court will prepare its own orders. Page 3, number 8, Ricardo Calderon versus Julia Rebecca Soxbury, cause number 2025 FLC 782C3. Is any person present on this case? Court finds no persons are present. This case is dismissed for warrant of prosecution. The court will prepare its own orders. Page 6, number 16, in the matter of Richard Ralph Quintanilla, cause number 2025 CBJ 80C3. Richard Ralph Quintanilla, are you present? Finds no persons are present. This case is hereby dismissed for warrant of prosecution. Court will prepare its own order. Oh. The court has prepared its own orders. It is in due form. The court is tendering the original. No, it has to be scanned and e-filed to the coordinator for filing and processing. Page 7, number 17, in the matter of Roberto Palacios, cause number 2001 PB 65202, attorney Olivero Canales, applicants Isabel Palacios, Eduardo Palacios. Any person present?
Your Honor, Mr. Canales did file the final account along with the application to close the state and discharge the government.
The court will review and sign. Thank you. One more time is just put it in my packet. Ms. Flores, have all cases been called on today's docket?
Yes, Your Honor.
This now concludes this docket held in person for April 1st, 2026. The court continues to embrace the latest technology to provide safe and uninterrupted access to justice without delay. Today's docket was made possible by the appearance of counsel and parties and by the assistance, diligence, and preparation of the Webb County Court at Law 2 staff and the employees of Webb County that provide judicial support to the court. Court wishes everyone well. Have a good night.